A city is where people live in. The value of the city also comes from the people living within. Thus, the city should be a place where the value people have made and will make can bloom. To secure such city, we looked into the present of our city.
First, we look at whether our city was a place where the capabilities built up from the past could bloom. Project 도시락 revives human resource of artisans to reach a place where it can truly shine.
Next, we saw if our city was a place where the potential of the future could bloom. Project Memo People focused on creating a city where the students could maintain their potential going through the COVID-19.
Our two projects have made actions to picture a city where the value people make can bloom.
Our action first starts in 10 인형동. 인형동 인쇄거리 is an area with unique division structure that consists of printing agencies that plans printing and printing companies that produce printing materials. Printing agencies can only focus on counseling creators, while each printing company can only focus on single specialized process. This enables both delicate consultation service and high-quality prints.
However, going through the rapid industrial development, Inyeon lost connection with its consumers. This was a change that occurred equally to the urban manufacturing industry as a whole. Efforts to revive such industries have been made, but all were ineffective. 다시 세운 was a part of such efforts to revive Inyeon, focusing on printing industry, but only attracted people into Inyeon, failing to convert them into actual consumers.
To create an effective solution, last year, 도시락 conducted 2 crowdfundings that matched diverse types of designers. We identified student designers and individual publishers as fit consumers. 도시락's action leads to fit customers throughout the entire customer journey. That can be distinguished into 3 steps. Acknowledging the existence of Inhan, making consumers consider Inhan as a choice, and finally, leading them to purchase Inhan's service.
First is acknowledging the existence of Inyeon. We retain channels to interact with target consumers by making partnership with university visual design students and design all-in-one. Through this channel, we could effectively reach our target consumers.
Next, we moved on to making consumers consider Inyeon as a choice. 도시락 held online seminars and printing house tours that delivered the unique value of Inyeon. Printing masters consulted the needs of participants and showed printing references on the spot.
Finally, we helped the consumers to purchase Inhan's service. There are 2 barriers that were blocking consumers from actually using Inhan's service: information closure and a sense of distance. First, because Inhan developed upon field-oriented sales, it was hard to obtain specific information on each agency, especially online. This created information closure. Second, as its main customers were experts, Inyeondong was a place perceived as only open to a small group of experts. This created a sense of distance.
To break down this barrier, 도시락 developed Printing Press, a printing agency's curation and reservation platform. To solve the information closure, Printing Press provides critical information about 인형동 인쇄거리, creating each printing agencies. To solve the sense of distance, we provide guidebooks that enable smooth interaction. Consumers can then reserve meetings with preferred agencies, which is highly converted into transaction. Through this printing press, print shops can earn more consultation consumers, while consumers can access Inyeon much more easily.
도시락 has worked with more than 150 entities to spread the value of Inyeon. Through online contents, more than 8,500 people learned the value of Inyan, and 191 people were willing to visit Inyan to experience the master's essence.
Printing press was visited by 1,500 people every month, which provided consultations that were converted to contracts at a rate of 86%. This generated sales in an average of 484,727 Korean won.
Today and forward, 도시락 is to hand over its main project to Lao, a social committee that consists of Inyan print masters.
다시 세운 accepted that 도시락's action could complement its limitations, and is discussing ways to collaborate with Lao.
Dosirak has strived to reach and reconnect lost values through the rapid development of the city.
도시락 will continue to move forward until the city could be a place where the value and pleasure can be enjoyed within.
Next, we'll look into students, the ones with the most potential. To be more specific, how have the unexpected crisis affect these students' lives? Categorized as economically vulnerable, university students with only 10,000 won a day as food expenses, but are willing to lose more in the situations of economic hardships.
What these students frequently use are student-friendly restaurants. With a minimum of rental fees and advertising costs, student-friendly restaurants provide decent meals at a reasonable price, allowing students to fulfill their needs.
However, due to the strike of COVID-19, such student-friendly restaurants were on the verge of closing. Thus, normal people focused on maintaining this restaurant through the crisis. Normal people had to come up with a new source of profit.
There were mainly two things to consider. First, a new source had to require only a small input of time and money. A large input would be too risky considering the restaurant's characteristics. Second, as a crisis physically isolated people, a new source has to be online-based. Based on these two needs, normal people came up with the solution of producing restaurant menus into meal kits. Meal kits required only a small input and that utilized the restaurant's current asset with inexpensive equipment, and also was a competitive choice considering the market's high growth potential.
Starting with checking the market response, Normal People conducted crowdfunding with its first student-friendly restaurant. This achieved as much as 700% of sales in a week, affirming the potential of meal kits.
Then, we move on to stabilizing our business model. With the unpredictable extension of COVID-19, there were still more restaurants in need of help.
First was systemization to create an environment where the more restaurant can participate to our business model. We partnered with Weekgroup. This solved the pain point that student-friendly restaurants often did not have enough space for making meal kits.
Further, to maintain a more sustainable platform, we joined Neighbor Smart Store. Neighbor Smart Store had an easy system for any restaurant owners to use and allowed owners to control the amount of inventory depending on day-to-day ingredients. Lastly, Normal People launched Normal Table, a joint meal kit brand. This was so that any restaurants could join the business model at any point, without having to brand every single restaurant.
Next, with expansion, we move on to actually recruiting more restaurants. First, we joined 신촌주민자치회 to effectively present our business model to restaurant owners. Also, we created a criteria to sort out restaurants that would be fit as student-friendly restaurants.
As a result, Normal People was able to open its own Neighbor Smart Store this April, starting with 2 restaurants under the name of Normal Table, a joint meal kit brand of student-friendly restaurant. In total, 355 meal kits were sold, generating a total sales 5,149,130 Korean won.
This, in average, raised 44% of the restaurant's total sales. Last May, with the change in distancing policies, situations seemed to end, but the aftermath of COVID-19 were still remaining.
Normal people plan to use normal table to effectively recover student-friendly restaurant so that students can return to this restaurant. Normal people is receiving a help of Sinchon Merchant Association to accurately identify the information about which student-friendly restaurant is particularly urgent. It has received a list of 3 more restaurants which is planning to join normal table by the end of the year.
We plan to make a city where more students can maintain a more normal table, just like any normal people.
A city is maintained and developed through people.
Going through rapid changes and such situations, our city sometimes forgets such essence.
So that the progress of the city does not leave people behind.
So that it could be the place where the value and potential could bloom. We'll constantly find,
connect,
and make the city a more sustainable place. All through Enactus.
지금부터 5분간 Q&A 시간 갖도록 하겠습니다.
첫 번째 도시락은 2년 소공을 다 도와주고 나면 그 다음 성장들 약간
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 시팀의 홍수빈이고요. 말씀드리겠습니다. 현재 저희의 프로젝트 같은 경우는 애초에 인연동 인쇄거리에 있는 역량을 다시 살려서 기능을 할 수 있도록 활성화하는 것이 목표였기 때문에 지금 메인 프로젝트였던 말씀드렸던 프린팅 프레스나 인쇄 투어 같은 것들을 라온이라는 인쇄 장인들로 이루어진 협동 조합들로 이관을 한 상태이고요. 그분들이 실질적으로 운영을 할 수 있도록 보완을 하고 있는 과정을 진행 중입니다. 또한 추가적으로 저희가 만들어 놓은 시스템들이 조금 더 임팩트가 커질 수 있도록 더 많은 분들이 유입이 될 수 있는 것이 중요하다고 생각을 했어요. 그래서 다시세움과 협업을 하고 있다고 말씀을 드렸는데 저희의 프로젝트가 다시세움의 한계점들을 보완을 한 액션을 진행을 한 만큼 유입을 정부 차원에서 조금 더 늘려서 프로젝트가 만들어 놓은 액션들이 임팩트가 커질 수 있도록 노력 중입니다.
노멀피플은 현재 랩키트를 어느 플랫폼에서 사용하고 있나요?
현재 네이버 스마트 스토어를 이용하고 있습니다.
꾸준히 이 플랫폼으로 다시
네, 저희가 네이버 스마트 스토어를 오픈한 지가 한두 달밖에 되지 않았어요. 그래서 지금 이제 2개의 식당들을 하고 있고 올해 말까지 5개의 식당들을 협업을 할 예정인데 네이버 스마트 스토어를 지속적으로 활용을 할 예정입니다.
알겠습니다.
네, 발표 잘 들었습니다. 도시락 프로젝트를 고객 여섯 전반을 구축한다고 전반에 되게 인상이 있는데요. 그 구매 고려 과정에서 분리 출판이나 디자이너분이 인쇄를 고려할 때 이게 인쇄가 어떻게 되는지 인지를 못해서 접근을 못했던 건지 아니면 실제로 여기 인면적 쪽인 가격이나 품질 면에 경쟁력이 있어서 그런지 어떤 점에서 구매를 고려할 때 실구매를 전환되는지 어떤 점인지
저희가 판단했을 때는 첫 번째로 인연동 인쇄거리의 존재 여부 자체를 모르는 분들도 많이 있었습니다. 그다음에 존재 여부를 안다고 해도 인쇄거리가 인쇄를 잘한다라는 역량은 알지만 그 역량의 구체적인 의미를 모르는 분들이 많이 계셨습니다. 그래서 저희가 했던 것은 인쇄 투어 웨비나를 통해서 직접 인쇄 장인분들과 소통해보고 그 레퍼런스를 확인해 보면서 인쇄거리에서만 가능한 것들이 무엇인지를 확인하는 시간을 거쳤다고 생각해 주시면 될 것 같습니다.
그리고 인지할 때 타겟 소득은 크게 독립 출판인 학생 디자이너 두 가지로 두고 있는 것 같은데 그 중에 어디가 더 유효한 모델이고 어디에 더 집중해야 되는지와 왜 생각하시까 나오는지
일단은 저희가 독립출판인과 학생 디자이너로 정의를 한 이유는 인현동 인쇄거리가 독특한 분업 구조가 있어서 인쇄 장인분들이 직접 디자이너분들이 갖고 오시는 것들이 어떻게 가장 잘 구현될 수 있도록 큐레이션을 해주실 수 있는 능력을 갖췄기 때문이라고 생각을 했습니다. 그래서 학생 디자이너와 독립출판인과 저희가 지금은 인지의 측면에서 프로젝트를 진행을 했는데 크게는 초보 창작자라고 타겟 소비자를 설정을 하였고 앞으로 이제 인지 차원에서 유입 차원에서 하는 액션들은 독립출판인과 학생 디자이너에만 한정된 게 아니라 이 분들 중에서도 더 많은 분들이 유입될 수 있게 그리고 다른 종류의 초보 창작자 분들도 인현동 인쇄거리를 활용할 수 있도록 하는 액션들을 집중할 예정입니다.
네, 진짜 감사합니다.
첫 번째 프로젝트 관련해서 그 인쇄거리 침체가 급격한 산업 변화로 기존 소비자들의 현실에 따라 해주셨는데요. 앞으로도 계속 IT 산업이 발전할 것 같은데 이렇게 연결하는 걸 넘어서 기존 소비자분이 과연 더 유익이 될지, 그러니까 이 프로젝트 자체가 과연 인쇄거리에 얼마나 의미가 있을지 궁금해서.
저희가 기존 소비자분과 연결이 끊겼다고 적어놓은 이유는 저희가 판단을 했을 때 과거에 B2B 산업을 토대로 운영이 되었던 인현동 인쇄거리가 지금 말씀하신 것처럼 IT로 대량 인쇄가 좀 생기면서 새로운 성격의 창작자들이 타겟 소비자분이고 인현동의 인쇄거리가 갖고 있는 역량을 가장 잘 활용할 수 있는 분들이라고 판단을 하였습니다. 그래서 저희가 기존 소비자분과의 연결보다는 앞서 말씀드린 학생 디자이너나 독립출판인 같은 초보 창작자분들이 인쇄거리가 갖고 있는 창조적 가치의 역량을 조금 더 활용할 수 있는 방향성이 인현동 인쇄거리 전체를 더 활성화시키는 데 적합한 방안이라고 생각하였습니다.
네, 진짜 Q&A 시간 조율.
감사합니다.